Good morning, M247 family.
What's up?
This is your morning marriage.
Splash!
Come on, let's go get wet.
Let's go.
So, this morning we want to talk about growing old
Growing old. Wisdom.
with your spouse.
Growing old with your spouse.
Yeah, and
Can it be done?
it's inevitable. Oldness is going to happen. You're either going to grow old or you.
Well, you won't grow old if you be a fool. Or you can be an old fool too. Huh?
That's a whole nother conversation, right?
Yeah, that was a Proverbs of the day. The 26th proverb. Anyway, growing old with your spouse.
Right. You know, when you meet, at least for us,
Almost
23 years ago when we met,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I look like a whole different person.
No.
Yes,
Hasn't changed a bit.
I've changed. I mean, I look at our pictures and I'm like, why didn't you tell me to eat a burger or something? I was like, nobody told me I was skinny.
Just got the middle finger, and then we put the rest in.
Skinny. I just looks like a little tiny little girl, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody told me.
Or did you not listen?
You know, we change, we evolve, our face matures, our body matures.
Yeah, and for most folks, that's like the exit sign. You know, it's like you want to have what you had, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. And those who are up on the game of, staying in shape and all that kind of stuff, it's achievable. But you got the folks who not happy at home, and they going outside the house trying to, accomplish some things that are not satisfactory inside the house. I wanted to read something to you. Proverbs 5:18. Let your fountains be blessed and rejoice with the wife of your youth. 15 says, drink waters out of your own cistern and running waters out of your own well. So, just stay committed, because you're going to get old.
We're going to get old. Our body's going to change. Our mind's going to change. Our look's going to change. But that person that you initially fell in love with,
Well,
is still in there.
it's still in there. You gotta sometimes you gotta find it. gotta.
It's you don't have to do all that.
Hey, so the wife of your youth is that girl you married when you were both younger, and that girl that remained faithful to you through the years, despite your weakness, your failings, through the many hardships, through the many ups and downs. So it's like, what's that old saying? Dance with the one that you came with. You don't know, you're too young for that one.
All I remember
Dance
is
with
cheaper
the one,
to keep her.
cheaper. That too. Sometimes you talk to some folks who've been married a while, and I guess they're used to a certain lifestyle, developed into a certain lifestyle, and then they're like, yeah, I went to my wife's room, and they not even.
That man went over some of the listeners' ears, heads. They're not even. They got their own rooms.
They got their own room.
They just cheaper to keep her, delivering in the house.
Yeah. So, the wife of your youth, the husband of your youth, just stay together, in harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we just tolerate the other person. Sometimes the other person tolerates the other person. Everybody looking. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's light during what you go through. It's like we said yesterday. It's really not about what you go through. It's about how you go through it. And everything you need is in the Word. It's in the Scriptures. But it's up to you to be able to, search the scriptures out. And a good place to start is in Proverbs. That's like some serious wisdom. So,
What a blessing it is to, at least I know it is for us, to know the 25-year-old that you met,
yeah, 25.
25-year-old that you met 23 years ago, and you loved her here at this point, and now you're over here at the 47-year-old, and you still love her.
And put up with her. I didn't have to put up with her as much younger.
The changes and
You got to put up
I mean,
with her.
I put color in my hair now, but I got the grays and a few little wrinkles around the eyes.
Embrace the grays.
Yeah. Grow
Yeah.
old and enjoy the changes, and you don't fall out of love with your spouse just because they're 20 pounds heavier than when you met them.
Or because they get on your nerves.
Wow, you keep bringing that up. Am I getting on your nerves?
You always get on my nerves. I always get on your nerves. But like I said, it's not about what you go through, it's how you go through it. I mean, that's just life. And don't emphasize on the getting on the nerve part, because if you be truthful in your marriage, there's some things that, just it is what it is. But it's not a deal breaker. Nothing is ever a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? That's never even on the table. We just work through it. You know what I'm saying? On the real, we just work through it. And just stay faithful. Stay faithful with the wife that you
God
married
gave you.
when you were younger.
Yeah.
Because
Because if you're not faithful and you go out and get
a young whippersnapper.
a young one, that young one is gonna be young right here. You're here, but they're gonna be.
Plus, in the long run, you're going to end up at the same place, going through the same thing you're going through with this current situation. So stop fronting and just, be faithful.
Be happy.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
Be happy. And as always, keep the faith.
Give a kiss, old man.
Young woman.
Bye.
Hey, if you get them young, this is what they look like when you get older.
Wow. See y'all tomorrow.
That's a compliment.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications.